All right, welcome to the CHRILLCAST. I'm Will.
And I'm TiMMy. I'm Installation00.
And I am Justin from the YouTube channel EckhartsLadder.
Once again, Chris is not here today, so we're actually going to have a lot more fun. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, guys. Or not introduce, but tell about your channels a little bit.
Sure, so, yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah, so my name is Justin. I run a couple of YouTube channels. One's called EckhartsLadder. That's about Star Wars, Halo, science fiction, whatever. Mostly do like lore videos and stuff on that. And then the other is X2. It's kind of a collaboratively, that was a hard word I almost didn't get through, collaboratively run gaming channel that me and a couple of my buddies run. And we mostly do stuff like Empire at War on there, but we do pretty much any game. We're doing playthroughs of The Last of Us right now and a few other things. So,
I wasn't aware of X2, so I've just subscribed.
Oh, thank you. We'll get you on for a drunk Sea of Thieves night sometime if you're interested.
See, I've had people talk to me about that. I've been in conversations with people, and they said, because obviously they're getting used to the fact that I tend to drink. You know, if I'm on a podcast, or I tend to drink if I'm in my Discord chat. People have said, "Oh, you need to go on one of Eckhart's drunken podcasts and do that." It's like, okay, I'm on. Let's do it.
Well, I'll throw you in the deep end and get you on Mario Kart sometime. I don't know if you know the rules for that, but basically, it's like we play Mario Kart 64. You can play it online with an app on your computer. Basically, every race you've got to finish your drink, but when you drink, you've got to completely stop. So it's like there's a lot of like meta game to it and stuff. It's really fun. Also means that like I'm way better at Mario Kart 64 than like any human has any right to be. Put a few hundred hours in this year.
Quite right. So I'm Installation00. I'm a Halo lore YouTuber, and I'm probably most known for my series Most Detailed Breakdowns, where I break down various stuff from the Halo universe at insane levels of detail. And I've also got a second channel called The Lorecore Multiverse, where I cover the same kind of style of content, but with loads of other sci-fi franchises.
Awesome. All right, so today is Tuesday, so it's our Tuber Tuesday topic, and we're going to be going over late night gaming. I'm sure everyone is familiar with late night. We actually have had him on the channel before, so make sure you go check out that video. It was a lot of fun. First I usually read through the stats a little bit, and then, we'll start off with things that we like about the channel, and then we'll jump into the things we don't like about the channel, or at the very least, things that we think he can improve on. All right, so first, he started his channel on July 16th, 2012. He has about 20 million views, which is kind of a crazy high number.
Yeah, that's great.
And then he has about 126,000 subscribers. So way more views than subscribers, which is pretty awesome. His first video he posted about 7 years ago, and it only has like 1,500 views. And actually, he's labeled it aptly. He labeled it "My First Channel Upload."
Everyone has one of those.
Yeah.
If you're on YouTube for long enough, yeah.
Yep. Let's see what it's about.
I think it's him playing Sonic or something, because I'm looking back at his old videos, and yeah, lots of Sonic and stuff.
Yep. Well, he tried playing Sonic on his second channel, the early morning gaming, that I think he has since abandoned.
Oh, I didn't know he had one.
Yeah, I remember when he first started, it was kind of exciting, but he only had it up for 3 months or something. And then for his most popular video, it's why people don't like the Halo 4 or 5 art style. I can understand why that's his most popular video.
Yeah, man, I didn't realize. I knew that there was I've done one of those videos. I know Luke has done one. I didn't know he had one too, but good thumbnail.
Yeah, I like it. I think that just shows it off right there. In that thing, right? Well, I mean, I'm definitely in the camp where I prefer the older art style. I really like the Halo 3 art style.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys.
Me too. I got flamed a while ago because I put a video out. I'm not trying to make this conversation about me, but I haven't had my YouTube channel for that long. I really only started in, I think, 2017, 2018. So it was after the kind of most of that conversation happened. So this year I put out my video about the art style, and there were some new takes on it given the Infinite stuff, and I got some flame in the community for that. Like, oh, the conversation's already happened.
Yeah. So see, I've made a video on the art style debate as well. That was about 13 months ago now, I think. And And at the time, yeah, again, it's almost like the debate was kind of over, but you still get those impassioned individuals that say, you know, like, oh no, the new art style is shit, and you know, oh no, the old art style is shit, and it's just the to and from. It's just a preference thing, really, when it boils down.
We just need to come together and realize that they're both shit now.
But
I mean, there shouldn't be a timeline on debate. If you wanna give your say on something, like just because everyone else has talked about it doesn't mean that like my YouTube channel, if I want to talk about it, like can.
Yeah, unacceptable. It's not your channel; it's our channel.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, as far as the art style changed from Halo 3 to Halo 4, I was quite accepting of it. To be fair, I mean, for me, it was the adding fidelity to like Chief's armor, for example, or basically the armor of practically every character in the game. There, you know, you could actually make sense of Chief's suit of it being, you know, multiple layers. I mean, Spartan Ops and seeing the Spartan 4s actually getting suited up was like mind blowing for me, because it's, you know, it just gave me so much understanding of the internal geometry to be able to do the detailed breakdowns that I eventually came to do. So yeah, I was quite accepting of it. If they can maintain that for Halo Infinite, if they can make it so Chief suit, even though it's still tanky as hell, but it's more fitted, and it's, you know, it looks more like the older original trilogy kind of suit. But if they can still make it so it's assembled in a similar kind of manner as to how it was in Halo 4, I'm going to be all over that. I'm going to be most detailed in that until the cows come home.
Okay.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, so let's go ahead and jump into things that we like about his channel. Anyone want to go first?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I will say I've never really talked to LateNightGaming much. Where we follow each other on Twitter, and we've had a couple of conversations. He seems like, first of all, a really nice guy.
He is, yeah.
And I mean, as a general rule, I don't watch other Halo or Star Wars videos on YouTube. Part of it is just the fact that by the time like I've done all my stuff for the day, like I just don't want to watch any more Star Wars, any more Halo. Like, and another is just like mental well-being. I don't want to spend all my time focusing on like other creators in the community. I don't want it to be a competition. I don't want personally to be comparing numbers, stuff like that. So I do kind of like that his videos are less lore videos, because I do probably click on them a bit more often than I would somebody else's. I like his modding stuff because I'm into to modded games a lot too. And I do like his, I know he's done some breakdowns of the various ports. I think he calls them his port report videos. I've been enjoying those because there's a lot of things that like I've played the Halo games thousands of times, but I wouldn't notice all the nuance that he does. So yeah, I like the modding stuff. I like it's more focused on gameplay because it's a bit more digestible for me. Yeah, I think he's got a good channel growing there.
Yes, I mean, absolutely. I found LateNightGaming's channel through his modding of the different games. I think the first one I came across was I think it was Halo 2 that he had modded, the original Halo 2, and yeah, and that in particular sort of caught my attention, because it's like it's taking what I consider as like the earlier Halo games were masterpieces in and of themselves anyway, but then being able to take that and just use really some quite clever but quite basic video editing and modding tools to suddenly make the graphic fidelity of the Halo games just that much more gritty, or that much more realistic, or just adding layers of realism or fidelity to the game was just like wow.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that's how I found him originally, and that's one of the reasons I keep coming back to his content, because I love seeing. I think it's just like a community kind of spirit. I love seeing what other people do with the franchise, and where they take it, and I like watching all the Halo YouTubers, because they make different content and they have different perspectives on the same subjects, and it often fuels or sparks ideas in my head that I can put into my own videos, and it kind of either complements or offsets the opinions of the others, and and yeah, like I say, with I mean, again, like you say, he doesn't tend to do a lot of heavy lore stuff, but it's a welcome break to just see how, you know, like I said, the art style, for example, can be tweaked with some rather, you know, clever implementations of effects. So it's not as sort of lore saturated, and yeah, it's definitely a welcome break, and that keeps me coming back.
Yeah, no, like I don't watch. Part of the reason why I don't watch I never watch other Star Wars lore videos. I don't do them much in the way of Halo, so I'm a bit more kind of liberal with what I'll watch. But like, I'm always scared of subconsciously stealing something or like accidentally like taking an idea that somebody else like had in their video and throwing it into mine, even if it's just something minor. But so like you just watch somebody's video and you find yourself repeating something they said and not even realizing it.
Yeah.
So, but I don't have to worry about that with his channel because we cover even when I do Halo, we do very, very different content most of the time.
Yeah.
How about you, Timmy?
I'm just here for emotional support. I'm neutral as far as well, I like his channel. That's all I'm gonna say because I literally have watched like 4 videos of his so far, and
okay.
And yeah.
Get out of here! I don't even want.
I was say I was asked to do this last night, just for the record.
No excuses.
A lot of study time. Yeah, true.
No. Yeah, all right, I guess I'll jump in then. I really like his content. I think he does a really good job of putting out quality content at like not a super fast pace, but like at a pace where he feels comfortable. And I like how he I don't know, he speaks kind of gently and quietly.
Yeah, for sure.
So I really like his delivery. Another thing is I really enjoy the fact that he is consistent with his thumbnails for the most part, whereas it's basically the same font every time. And then also like whatever he's covering is like to the right corner, bottom right corner. So it's like the gun's always to the right or the vehicle's always to the right. And I don't know, that's very visually appealing to me.
Yeah, I worry about that a little bit because on mobile especially, the little time code at the bottom there can sometimes obscure things, mostly with text, but yeah, you're right, he puts all of his text on the left side. But like I'm always kind of thinking about personally when I do a thumbnail, like how can I convey what I want to convey with as few words as possible, because like a lot of your views will come from mobile. Sometimes like some channels will have 60% of their views from people watching on their cell phone, so you've really got to like optimize your thumbnail for readability on a small screen. And I find if you've got too many words and too many details, especially with like when there's a lot going on in the background as well, it can be a little less eye-catching on small screens. But yeah, I do really like the consistency as well.
I also really like his intro screen. I think it's a really clean. I know that's pretty like nitpicky, but I do enjoy that. Yeah.
Yeah, branding's super important.
All right. You guys have any more positive things to say? Do you want to jump into some of the negatives that we find?
Sure.
All right. Go ahead.
I don't have that much negative to say, honestly. I would just say, I don't know if he does. Do you know if he does this full time?
I don't think he does. I don't know. Not totally certain on that.
All I would say is like his video output is super low, especially for a gaming channel, even one that does high quality videos. Probably like what, maybe 15 uploads this year or so. Just like if when I see channels that are like his size, where you're kind of like, I don't know how many views he gets a month. It says 670. Yeah. So when I see a channel that's like that size, I always suggest, if it's possible, and it's not always for everybody because, like, especially right now with the current situation, but if it's possible, like, take a month off and just give all you can to YouTube. Like, see what your channel looks like if you're doing, bi-weekly uploads maybe, or 4 uploads a month or whatever, just to take it up to the next level, because his videos do really well in views for a channel of his size. So if he was putting out if he could put out 2 videos a week, he would have a full-time job on his hand. I mean, if he doesn't already.
Yeah, I'd mirror that completely. Yeah, just being able to upload more frequently would do wonders for his revenue, and being able to, like you say, take on as a full-time job. I mean, thankfully because of our collaboration and the continued growth I've had since then, I've been able to completely step out of work and do this as a full-time job, which is something I wouldn't have even dreamed was possible. Sort of 18 months ago, and having the ability then to really because it becomes the job. You can put a lot more effort and focus because you've got more time through the week to put more effort and focus onto what you're making and the quality of the content. Not to say that his quality is in any way lacking, but it would just be really fascinating to see what he'd be able to achieve if it became his full-time job.
Yeah, and I think I've said this to YouTube, but like one thing that I suggest too for channels that do these really high quality videos is to maintain those, but especially if you're going to start working more, it is okay to do 2 high quality videos and 1 or 2, shorter videos or like where he does modding stuff. Like it's totally fine to do a really low edited modded video just showing the game off. Like that's kind of what I struggle with on my second channel. Because we try to get a video out every day, and I noticed too, like the modding videos on that channel, as long as you give them a proper setup and you are thoughtful in how you speak about the game, you can pretty much just use footage. And that's with me doing my main channel and everything else. Like if you're going to do that full time, you can still put quite a bit of effort into editing it, but not as much as like a full other upload, I guess.
Yeah, I definitely agree with the upload schedule. That would be my main complaint, is that he probably should upload more often. I feel like he used to, actually, like maybe like 2 years ago, he was much more consistent. And then another thing is, we're talking about brand recognition, and like obviously I know Late Night Gaming, I know the symbol and everything, but if you're new to the channel, you wouldn't necessarily know what he does, because he also doesn't post late at night anymore. It's like all during the day.
Oh, did he used to do that?
Yeah, it was always really late when he would post. That was kind of the idea. So now, just it looks cool, but you don't necessarily know what it is. And the thing is, he's kind of like mostly a Halo YouTuber now. So possibly he could branch out and start like another channel or have some other content, some other sci-fi maybe.
It's kind of a. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I suppose that's the glory of having a name like Late Night Gaming. It's not specifically Halo. For me, I had to make a second channel to start doing content that wasn't involved with Halo, just because trying to market something like Mass Effect or Crisis under Installation00 doesn't exactly work.
Yeah, I had that same kind of. I had that same debate when I started because when I first started my channel, I was exclusively Star Wars, and then there was a video I wanted to do on something. I think it was something Covenant related. I don't even remember what my first Halo video was. I think a Covenant versus video or a ship or something. And I just remember like asking the community in a community post, like, would you rather me put this Covenant video on a second channel or just keep it on the main one? And overwhelmingly, people just said keep it on the main one. And I know now that if I'd put it on a second channel, just for me personally, the way I work, both channels would have suffered, and the second one would have just died. So I'm really lucky that I've got, just like him, that we've got relatively ambiguous names. You can upload whatever you want, and like it's also if Halo dies, if Halo Infinite doesn't do very well, like his channel will be in trouble. And that's kind of why it's like nice to or not in trouble, because he does do lots of modding stuff, which will always be popular, but it is nice to kind of diversify in that way as well, because hitching yourself to one horse is always a little scary. Same with Star Wars, like the episode 9 wasn't as popular, so I turned to other content pretty heavily during that time, and it did really well. So yeah
I think it's always good to at least branch out a little bit.
Totally. Can't hurt.
So anyone have anything else to say?
Nope. Just keep up the good work, I guess.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah,
but I definitely really enjoy Late Night's content, and I really wish he just would upload more for selfish reasons. All right. Yeah. With that, this has been the CHRILLCAST. I'm Will.
And I'm TiMMy.
I'm Justin.
I'm Installation.
And we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Bye.